Hello and welcome to the TCF Morning Show. It is Thursday, January 2nd. I had to think about that because I am very confused on what day it is the last 2 weeks. With Christmas falling in the middle of the week last week, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day falling in the middle of this week. I am all over the place with what day it is. I'm very confused about what that is, but what day it is. But I am joined tonight by Matt at schools_01 on Twitter. Also, Boomy at BoomyTCF on Twitter. Follow the main page at typical_Chicago on Twitter. Follow me at ZLILJATCF. Go to our Instagram and Facebook, or go on to Instagram and Facebook. Type in Typical Chicago Fans. You will find us on there. Follow us on Instagram. Like us, like the page on Facebook. Just please like us. That's the New Year resolution. Like the Typical Chicago Fans. We post all of our stuff on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. We put this on podcast form: Apple, Spreaker, Spotify. We also put it on YouTube. Go subscribe on there. We're up to 41. After we talked about it the other night, we got 2 new followers, so shout out to that. We love all that.
Hey.
What else we got here? Anything else, boys, we should be plugging that I'm missing? Oh, we sold a shirt today. We sold a shirt today to one fine Drake O'Donnell. He bought a shirt from the TCF boys. I even gave mine to Dorno, but he accidentally forgot it. That's probably my fault that I should have put it in his car. But we almost got Dorno his shirt. But like I said, if you want a TCF shirt, let us know. I think do we have every size left? Or Boomy?
I'll have to check. I think we're out of larges, but I'll double check and put it on Twitter at BoomyTCF. I'll double check that and put it up tomorrow.
Or go to the Typical Chicago Fans Facebook and message us on there if you're on Facebook. If you want a T-shirt, we will let you, we're gonna be also if we get all these shirts sold, we're gonna maybe look into getting some more kind of merch. Some koozies is the main thing that I think that I really want koozies. I don't know why, but I think that.
I'm a big hoodie guy.
But
I've got to have a hoodie, man. I wear a hoodie almost every day between like November and or not even November, like September and April. I have a hoodie on.
I know what you mean, but I'm just saying
so
that logo on a koozie would look beautiful. Shout out to our sponsors, Muddy Otter. Go to themuddy.otter.com. Check out all that kind of stuff on there. Pottery, woodworking. They got all their holiday stuff on there. They're back into the grind of things here at the beginning of 2020. So if you got any requests for them or you just want to get in contact with them, do so on Instagram and Facebook. Like I said, this beautiful mug right here with the beautiful logo, the Muddy Otter, the little Muddy Otter on the bottom there. That's very cute. And also other sponsors, Score Trader. We'll have Pigoy's little thing on here. The boys won $50 on Score Trader this week 17.
Hey.
So that's very exciting. We got 3rd place and got $50. Boomy, how much do we have to deposit on Score Trader to win this $50?
You're asking the wrong
trick
person.
Question.
I haven't even been on
$0.
it, Zach.
$0 is what we deposited.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
I learned something new today.
I thought maybe it was somebody else, but I did this with somebody else on one of our shows, and they nailed it. And not Boomy.
It was not me.
Not Boomy. Yes, $0. $0 for $50. $0 for $50.
I have zero. Perfect.
Yeah,
I have
so,
$0.
Hey, if you want to go out there and play Score Trader, even though I don't think you can because it's only on Apple. So if you have an Apple phone, you do. You may have an iPad or something. Go on to the Apple Store, type in Score Trader, go download that. It is a free app, no deposit, $50. Boom. And then here is Pigoy.
Score Trader Week 17 update. TCF Chicago gets 3rd place overall in the Week 17 contest. We had Joe Mixon as our top running back. Bought a bunch of shares in him. He ended up being the top running back for the entire week on the Score Trader leaderboard. We also had Brashad Perryman from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as the 3rd best wide receiver for the week in the contest. Score Trader top leaderboard gets us 3rd place for $50 cash prize to us. Guys, listen, Score Trader, go check it out. It is a free-to-play fantasy sports app where you buy stock in players during the week and then decide if you want to sell them off or let it ride during the contest on Sunday or Saturday. Now for the playoffs, Score Trader running some NFL playoff contests, so go ahead and check that out as well. Again, free-to-play, cash prizes at your disposal. Go ahead and draft your players, buy stock in your players, and see how you do. That is at Score Trader app and at typical_Chicago on Twitter. Be sure to tweet us photos of your portfolio, and as well look for us on the Top Trader leaderboard.
Thank you to Pigoy. Like I said, $50 for the TCF boys. And that was just for third place, so you could be winning some money here. The playoffs will be coming up here on Saturday. We got the wild card games, so you can win some money on that. Shout out to our sponsors, The Money Otter, themoneyotter.com, and Score Trader on the Apple Store. Type in Score Trader, you'll find that app. Let's move on to. I don't know how'd you guys do, boys. Did you guys win some money here on the New Year's Day Bowl games?
I actually lost money on the football games, but I won a college basketball bet. I went anti-Big Ten today, and Minnesota kind of came back to bite me in the butt. I did have Oregon, and I had in the other one I had Alabama as well, but lost on the Auburn. It was all a parlay, so that's why I lost. But I recouped my losses in a college basketball game. So not a bad day, but it was a good day of football.
Did you just bet on Michigan and Minnesota, or did you bet on all three?
No, I had I bet against Michigan, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Anti-big. I had the Auburn, Alabama.
That's kind of what I meant to say. But I meant to say parlay. Because I bet on just Minnesota and Michigan, and that's still I was a loser in that, but you were also a loser in yours. Did you have Wisconsin spread, or you had to go against the spread? So your only loser was Auburn. Yeah,
Minnesota beating me.
That's tough. Yeah. How much would you have won?
Auburn just didn't come to play, man. I just felt like Auburn was. They were only a 3-point favorite, so it was like maybe like 180.
Both the first two games, the Big Ten was plus money.
I mean, the parlay was like.
See, that's why I wanted to do mine.
So it was. I mean, but that was because of Oregon. So, yeah, I don't know. It just never. I kept following along the game, and it just never looked like Auburn never was able to get it going. And shout out, to Minnesota. They played well, and PJ Fleck and the boys, looked like they wanted to be there more than Auburn did. So
PJ Fleck was.
It's all right. Up a little bit of money. So
he was getting after the refs, and he said, didn't seem like the same fire was on Auburn's side.
I agree. I completely agree. What about you, Matt? Do you have anything on today?
Pretty much just split right
You'll take that any day of the week.
Didn't win anything, didn't lose. Yeah.
No, like I said, if I can get out even on a day, I will take that all day. Be beautiful. Because
absolutely.
But not a great showing from the Big Ten today, though, fellas.
No. Wisconsin had that game.
That call was so stupid.
Game and, what? One bad turnover, but then, like you said, bad.
What was that?
Bad call goes against
he was just running his route. Like that. What is that? That's not. Like, he's not setting a screen. He's not doing any of that. He's running his route, and he was grabbed.
Yeah,
it's not like I had any money on it.
Poor officiating that cost a bet. Where have I heard that before?
Yeah, that wasn't my bet. I don't care about your bet.
Here we go.
Clemson.
Here we go.
Clemson?
That is that's a that's up in the air. That's an up in the air call.
Same thing.
No way. No way.
Same thing.
No way.
Like that was clearly not a penalty.
Boomy, I love you, but no.
Not the same thing.
Seems awfully similar to me.
They're not even close to the same plays.
It
is that you're wrong, and your play was
All I'm saying is I got my balls busted for complaining about the officiating a week ago, so I was just doing a little bit myself. That's all.
Yours was wrong and mine is right. What else did we have today?
Next topic.
What else did we have today? Was that the only other games?
Not a whole hell of a lot. Yeah. Well, right now, Baylor and Georgia. Georgia's up 26-14 with 9 minutes to go. But yeah, those are the only four. They don't let any of like the I guess like second tier bowl games be played today. This is just for the big final.
Can we talk about yesterday or New Year's Eve day? New Year's Eve games, New Year's Eve day. Utah really, they were one win away from probably being in the college football playoffs. Lose to Oregon and then lose bad to Texas in a bowl game where they should have came out and they should have wanted to win that game. Did Utah lose their coach or something?
They were dominated.
Literally looked like they didn't even care about being there. It was.
You would think that you want to go out there and prove that like maybe you deserved. I don't know. That was bad.
They didn't want smoke from anybody. They didn't.
They
were
Oregon
never
game that
there.
In the first half, they looked like they just weren't ready to go or something. And then they said if they would have probably won that game, that would have been at least a discussion for them to be in that fourth spot.
They could have been at least
in the argument. That would have been nice for them. But no, they lose their last 2 years.
Well, they would have had a better argument than Oklahoma at this point.
4 years in a row. 4 years in a row.
So, I mean,
but if Utah would have played the way they did last night against LSU, the way they did on 28, they would have got beat by 95 points. You know, it's like
LSU might have scored 100.
Yeah, Utah just looked like the whole time I was watching. I had the over at 56, of course. So it just never looked like they wanted to like the gears never got turned on. The competitive juices never got going. They just looked like they didn't care about being there.
Kansas State, that was a crazy ending to that game. That fake. They said Dorno. He had bought a shirt. He called it. He called it in the moment. He said that they were going to fake that, and I had the over, and the only way the over probably could have had a chance, it wasn't even close really, was we went to overtime, and we went to like double, triple, maybe overtime. And that play was literally a play that maybe could have just been knelt down to go into overtime, but no, they faked it. Oh my gosh. That killed, that hurt. That hurt pretty bad. Then Kentucky.
Did you guys see the brawl before the Kentucky?
Yeah, the Kentucky goes out
game? And not really brawl,
pulls out a miracle at the end there. That was impressive.
Yeah. They were kind of that game was chippy the whole first half.
Yeah,
no one was penalized chippy, because there was no refs out there yet. Like it was so far before the game started that the refs weren't out there yet, so no one could be penalized. I'm like, dude, people threw punches.
Right.
They're just like, well, we weren't there, so we can't do anything about it.
Like they don't have cameras or anything.
What else? Did I miss anything else from New Year's Eve?
I don't think so.
We are missing Pigoy in the recap.
Oh, yeah, the guy who is the biggest fan.
You know,
Pigoy is a big fan of New Year's Eve, big fan of New Year's Day. Drinking Malort. I guess one of his buddies wanted to drink Malort, and they wanted to just have the worst feeling ever.
Don't have friends like that.
If your friend's like, I want to try Malort, then this person's never watched anything. Ever.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. I mean,
that's so brutal.
There's absolutely no
unless you're at the bar and it's just the spur of the moment thing, but that's not like you go and get a bottle of it.
That's not celebrating a
no, that is
New Year.
No.
That's just like
that's when you might want to pay up.
Well, if he was smart, they now sell like Malort in shooters is what he should have bought instead of paying for an entire bottle.
Yeah, that's just like, oh my gosh. And then you get that taste in your mouth the whole night. Have we had a show since the Illinois game?
Not that I've been on. I just know they got
smoked. I think it was on. Was it on Tuesday? Oh, so we did maybe talk about it. Losing by 25.
I don't think we talked about it, and I don't think we need to waste our time too long talking about that. What a shit
awful! I had a money line. I had them spread. I thought maybe they come out ready to.
Thought for
Zach,
sure
you saw the way that they've been playing the last 3 weeks.
Yes.
And you bet their money line. That's like 4 losses in a row for them.
I thought for sure Illinois.
They haven't.
But Cal had nothing to play for. Cal had no reason to come in the way and play the way they did.
Is anyone watching this Oregon game? That quarterback.
What happened? I just saw an unnecessary roughness penalty.
He got
behind
like,
again.
smashed to the ground. Oh my gosh!
Illinois didn't win a game after the Michigan State game. They haven't won a football game since November.
Baylor's quarterback's out right now. They got their backup in.
Great, that's wonderful.
If I don't get this point, Boomy. But dude,
I don't. You may need to cut off the heat recording.
Yeah.
If that
also, hopefully that quarterback is okay because that looked not very good.
And we just need. Let's just say we need at least one more point in this game. For
guaranteed one more.
Sake. For every
Florida, your Florida Gators, Boomy.
Watching this,
get the W.
Yeah, like I said on the show the other night, didn't cover the spread. They were up by like 18, I think, at one point, but gave up a late touchdown to not cover the spread. But looked good. That game was never really in check. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was in a gym watching basketball. But no, good game. It's a good way to start. And
upper body.
No. Basketball gym watching games.
Okay. I thought you meant like you were pumping iron.
Yeah.
The shot. That's why.
It was shoulders.
That's why your shoulder hurt.
Yesterday, not Monday. Yeah, that's what happened yesterday, though. But it's also going to be the last bowl game that Florida will play that's not a part of the Final Four until a couple of years from now.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yep.
Were they bringing Spurrier back?
Don't need to. We have like a top 3 recruiting class.
Back.
And Kyle Trask is coming back.
They need to bring
Tebow.
back the old ball coach in Florida to be right back where they used to be.
Tebow's the all-time quarterback.
Don't need him. Don't need him, boys.
You don't need
We're going
Tebow?
straight to the top.
That's unbelievable.
Nope.
That's the.
He's a baseball player now. I love Tebow, but we got Kyle Trask. We'll be fine.
The Blackhawks win again. We are. I had it.
I had their money line.
I had the over 6.
Streak, boys.
That's a winning streak. That is a team that looks like they could. Even though at the end they tried, I don't know. That got scary. Patrick Kane, 2 goals. He's now 4th in Chicago Blackhawks history in goals, I think. They said they're 4 or 5 points out of that 8th. I think they're actually 5 or 6. It was more at the end of the night because I think somebody won at the top. Do you guys think that they can turn this into a little momentum and maybe make a little push? Maybe make a little push at the playoffs?
Only because the bottom half of the Western Conference stinks. So that's where their saving grace is. They got a lot of teams that are very similar to them that used to be good, that are old and kind of slow, like the Kings and the Sharks, and some of those teams that have been good for a few years, and just kind of
they're only 4 points out of the 8th seed.
Yeah, and they got the Flames coming back again this week too, so they get another crack at them if they can take another win from a team like that. They've got the Predators, I think, coming up again too, and it's another team hovering in that 8th spot.
Yeah, because right above
they want to get
right above the Hawks is
that's the whole new.
Exactly. You're not, because right above them is Predators, Wild, Flames, Oilers of the 8th seeds. If you can chip away a couple points and steal a couple from teams like that, you're really priming yourself up, because not only are you picking up the points, but you're not letting those guys in front of you. So you nailed it, Matt. They got to take care of business on those teams that are very similar and very similar to them in the standings.
They play the Canucks in Vancouver tonight. So that'll be that's a good team in the West. So that'll be a good test for them. Hopefully they can, I think it's a 2-game win streak now. Is it 2? So let's keep it moving.
Yeah, but it's against 2 good teams too. So if they can beat the Canucks, another good team.
No,
so.
Blackhawks have a
3-game
3-game win
Let's
streak.
go.
The Canucks is a good.
Let's
good
keep
team.
it moving.
They can beat them. That's another huge win for a team that's
maybe trying
starting to finally play a
their,
little bit better.
Find their rhythm. Find their rhythm.
And it's a beautiful 9 p.m. start.
I like.
Gotta love 9 p.m. starts. Vancouver Blackhawks plus 150 in that game, I believe.
If they're starting Leonard, you might want to jump on.
I think they would because they had the day off.
Yeah, I agree.
I think maybe they'll put Crawford in. I don't know. It's kind of cool, though. Like, either way, still good goalies. Crawford's playing well, too.
I mean, yeah, depending whoever's going to start.
Hopefully the defense can hold up.
Right. That's always the key.
Today marks the first day of legal, well, the second day, I guess, of weed being legal in Illinois. We saw all the videos, all the pictures of people at the dispensary. Some open at 6 in Chicago. I think some around here started at 9.
Around buildings and down the streets.
Blocks. Thousands and thousands of people were at these. It was insane to see the amount of people that were here at the just the first day. People camping out, people sleeping overnight. Like that was crazy to see.
Can I do a quick hot seat as a tribute to our one of our favorite podcasts? Pardon my take. Hot seat. Everybody's drug dealers, because seeing the lines that everybody had today, my God. If you had all of your customers lined up around the buildings for a place, you'd be like, oh no, what is going on?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy to see the amount of like attention it got. And I thought, I mean, yeah, I knew it was a big deal, but I didn't think that like people would be waiting in lines and like lines. 4-hour lines. It wasn't
like news reporters at each
location.
It
wasn't warm in the part of Illinois where we live.
Well, there was like media coverage at almost every location. You know,
but boys,
TV and radio.
Isn't it crazy that at 11:59 last night it was an illegal thing, and then at 12 o'clock there is media. There's people saying that this is just like the best day ever. Like about how, like some people. There was even one guy that kind of said that he had went to jail for I don't know what it was, something to do with marijuana. It's like it's crazy to see where it has come now that it's illegal. I think the governor pardoned 11,000 people that had marijuana related charges or something like that. I had seen that with it being legal, so that's kind of cool.
I did find it amusing today on social media when everybody posted what the taxes were. Like, oh my God, Illinois taxed people on marijuana. Like, what did everybody expect? Yeah. Like every other state. I mean, Illinois is not that far off of what every other state has done.
It's exactly what everybody wanted. It's what
exactly.
But I also think the more that open up, the less it'll be. Like because there's like more sales tax. I'm guessing for. Because they know they, I don't know. Is that going to always be that way?
I mean, I'm assuming for a while the taxes are going to be that high. They're not just going to.
Whatever. I mean,
they're not going to.
They are, but.
You think that they were just going to make it legal and not like have a stipulation to it in a way?
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying. We're going to make. It's going to. This is. I want to know tomorrow or today, I guess, the numbers. On what they made, like what the state of Illinois made yesterday.
Well, if I'm not mistaken,
Illinois is in a massive amount of debt too.
Exactly,
and it looked like yeah, you said people were saying stuff about the sales tax, but it didn't stop people from waiting 4 hours in line to still go in and buy something. Like,
doesn't it make you question why the hell this wasn't done 3, 4, 5 years ago?
Yeah, it is crazy that it took until the year 2020. For that to happen,
right?
And maybe it's gonna take one day for people to realize that it's gonna be a helpful thing. Yes, people will say like, yeah, the stoners want it to be legal, this and that, but I honestly do think it will help the state of Illinois in a way where
absolutely,
and even for the single fact that now you can say because the states around us I don't think are legal. That you can say we are a state that is legal, and maybe that could bring back because I don't know, I might be mistaken, but I have seen that the residents leaving Illinois is quite up.
It's the highest in the country.
You know what I mean? Maybe that could bring. I mean, I'm not saying it will bring a bunch of people, but that's an attraction to the state of Illinois for the first time in a long time.
It's gonna. I'm not sure like what the numbers are projected.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna be insane,
but it's definitely gonna help tourism in places like Chicago. I mean, I do think you're gonna see a slight increase in that. But, dude, I don't know. As someone that works in the public sector, you know, more money, for government-funded programs and things like that, I'm all for. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a long time coming for it, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what was supposed to be illegal, kind of starting today, was gambling. Boomy, do you got something about this? Is it state of Illinois gambling?
Yeah, and I know we kind of talked about this in our group text about, you know, like gambling becoming legal, but it's really not. I mean, nothing's really happened yet because there's so much still going on in Springfield. But the biggest thing that I don't know if you guys even know this, but I just want to ask, like, where are we at as far as are we going to be able to get like apps for gambling? That's
all I just want it to be in the way of, like, you could do like a FanDuel at least. Like you can legally do FanDuel in the state of Illinois. I will be going to.
I actually do know the answers to those.
Go ahead.
As far as the mobile apps, there will be mobile apps available from what I understand.
Starting today?
Awesome.
They'll be affiliate. Once the paperwork is all finalized in Springfield, they're still nailing down all the red tape, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, everything like that. They just opened up the application process just a couple of weeks ago.
I'm an idiot. So. I'm not into politics. I'm not into anything like that. But how long ago was this bill kind of brought to their attention?
July.
And wouldn't you think that January 1st should be the biggest day for sports gambling in Illinois?
Just for comparison's sake, Indiana passed their legislation approving sports gambling after Illinois did, and they've been taking bets for 3 months.
Maybe the state of Illinois should kind of take a peek at what the marijuana thing was today and see the kind of attention it got and how they could have also gotten that kind of attention for today. All these casinos opening their sports books for the first time today.
Yeah, taking New Year's Day bowl game bets.
Because guess what?
You know, you can build up.
I know this may sound stupid, but you almost look at like weed was legal on a day where a lot of people do not work on that day. And that's why a lot of people had a lot of time to stand in line for all these products. So it kind of fell on the perfect day. And you know when people are kind of going to a casino, maybe they'll go on New Year's Day when they got nothing to do with the family or something to go do with somebody. And that could have been a day where, I'm going to go place my first bet at the sports book. And guess what? We couldn't because the state of Illinois took way too long.
Exactly. That's the app thing is the one that's driving me nuts.
Insane.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the DraftKings and FanDuel is, because they were staunch opponents with the daily fantasy stuff going on in the state of Illinois just a couple of years ago, and they brought legislation against the state, things like that upheld the people's ability to play DraftKings, FanDuel in Illinois. The casinos, now that they have all the power again with the sports books, when they were passing the bills, had said that DraftKings and FanDuel specifically had to be barred for 18 months from being allowed to do business in Illinois from a sportsbook perspective.
Jesus.
So it was all a power play from the casinos, mainly the one in Des Plaines, and the owners, I believe, was MGM. So from what I hear, that's why we will not be seeing FanDuel and DraftKings specifically in Illinois when this is kicked off. You'll see them in about a year and a half.
That's so awesome! I can't wait.
However, you will be able to use whatever casinos get the ability to take sports gambling action. You'll be able to use their mobile apps. You just have to go to a casino, set up an account, and then you'll have access to their mobile betting system. So
that's awesome, but still, like, why is it going to take so long for the FanDuel and stuff?
Because there's politicians that need to be greased before anybody else can do anything.
That's crazy. That's just annoying. Like I said, I'm going to Rhythm City on Friday night, and they're going to have a sports book, and we're looking forward to it. Like, even though I don't know if it's the biggest one or whatever, but just to be able to go in and place a bet, like, it's just nice. And apparently we don't care about it, or the Illinois just doesn't care about it.
Pretty much.
That's kind of weird how it's just taking because everyone was so excited that day that they passed the bill, all this and that, and from that day, it's almost going to be 2 to 2.5 years before we can get like the FanDuel and stuff, which the 2 states around us already have.
Right.
Like that just sucks. Anything else on the big day?
I think we got it all.
Boys, we're going to try out a new segment here. We're going to do it once a month. Right, Boomy?
Yes, once a month. And we're basically recommending movies to each other. And if you guys want to join in, watch a movie you haven't seen before, we'd love to get your guys' feedback. But so, Zach, tell everybody who's recommending movies.
Well, what we'll do is the next show that all 3 of us are on, we will, at the end of the show, we will do TCF movie picks review. I will be picking Matt's movie. Matt will be picking Boomy's, and Boomy will be picking my movie. I think.
No. So we have till the end of the month to do.
Okay, we're gonna do it till the end of the month.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what we should do.
So, the first show of every month. The first show of every month that we're on.
That works.
Or I guess
makes sense. I'm good with that.
Yeah, we'll leave Pigoy out of this one. I guess we could give him a movie. Or
if he wants to get in, I'll find a movie for him. I'm on Netflix way too much anyway, so I'll find.
And then we'll all review it on the first show of the month. But Boomy, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you yours, Zach, and I know that you're a simple man, okay? I know what you like, and I know you're good for a good comedy movie. So I'm gonna give you one, and if you tell me if you've seen it, because if you have, I have another one for you. But this stars the crew of the TV show Workaholics, and it's called Game Over, Man.
I've never seen it, but I know it's on Netflix. I'll watch. I love those guys.
3 buddies with big dreams go from underachieving slackers to badass warriors when their posh hotel is taken over by terrorists. I watched it in a hotel room in Denver, Colorado, and I laughed so hard. I was crying at one point, and I almost woke the neighbors up. It was one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time, and I think you're going to love it. So Game Over, Man. That's my recommendation to you.
All right. Matt?
Well, as everybody knows, I'm probably the, I guess we'll call myself the senior citizen of the show, whatever you want to call me. But so I'm going to go back into the 80s, and I'm going to give Boomy a movie to watch. And I think he may have watched it, but I think it's been a long time. So I'm going to give him Trading Places, starring
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Yes, sir.
Curtis is in it. There's a few other people that you'll recognize as well. I think. Can't remember how to pronounce his name, but I think it's Don Amici. He's an old actor in the 60s, 70s, and 80s who was a long-time movie star. But I think you'll dig that one. Good movie, good humor, fun movie as well. It's one of my favorites all time. So I'm going to throw that.
Absolutely. I think I have seen it, but it's probably been since 6th or 7th grade since I've seen it.
You're going to do a new set of fresh eyes on it then.
Absolutely. No, it's a good one. Trading Places.
Zach, what do you got for me? This is where we got a real.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever see this movie, The Greatest Game Ever Played. It's a golf movie.
I have.
It's a very. I'm not gonna get into it, but it's a very good golf movie. There's only 2 golf movies that I really have ever watched and liked, and this is one of them. The other one is some with Bagger Vance, I think.
Oh, the Legend of Bagger Vance.
Then we're gonna give you Caddyshack and Happy Gilmore because those are the 2 best golf movies as far as I
don't know if I've ever seen Caddyshack.
Oh, yes, that's the movie that I'm giving.
I don't think I've ever seen I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen Caddyshack.
We've already got your second movie.
How have you never seen Caddyshack?
You will love Caddyshack. You will absolutely love it.
So I have 2 movies then.
Oh my God!
You're being as young as you are. That I shouldn't be surprised.
No, what we're gonna do?
We're gonna put the must.
No, what we're gonna do is we'll take the Game Over is my month one, and I have to watch Caddyshack.
Extra credit.
No,
you get extra
Caddyshack
credit.
Has to be done by the next show because I think that seems like one that's I need to watch. And
yeah,
I think you could knock that out tonight, and you'll be texting us in the middle of the night.
What we will do is, how old is that movie?
Caddyshack?
1982, I believe.
We will do. That movie was made in '82. We did 2020. This is I will watch it literally for the first time and give a fresh review. That's got to be one of the first, the first
we
fresh
might need
reviews.
You to live stream it on Twitter too, or live.
That's one of those movies that I just haven't for some reason seen, but I think it's I heard it's a classic. Bill Murray's in it.
It is. I literally just watched it like 3 days ago.
1980.
Okay. We're gonna make something out of this.
I still to this day would cause physical harm to someone if I could have Rodney Dangerfield's golf bag in that movie.
Oh,
all right,
sure.
tomorrow.
God,
tomorrow I will watch
cool.
Caddyshack. Tomorrow night, I'll get home and I'll rent it or I'll find. I think we might have it on DVD.
Yeah, it's not on Netflix, so but I think I might have it on DVD.
All right, if they don't, maybe I'll have to run over to your house tomorrow, Boomy, and get that.
All right, I think I have it on DVD.
All right, our last.
Or no, I have it on Blu-ray. So.
Our last thing we have here, Boomy's wacky web stories. Boomy, I know you always say there's a bear shit in the woods, but do you have?
Yes, I have a web story.
Okay, make sure.
And it kind of ties in with our legalization of marijuana, and you actually kind of got to a
fucking second, Boomy. This just ended.
There was
no
fucking points. I may end this fucking show right now.
Yeah, because Baylor just threw a pick.
They just kneeled it. Oh my god.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You know what? Wacky web stories are canceled.
We just ended the show with a homicide. Is that what's going on?
I'm canceling this segment. Are you
I
serious?
do apologize.
You guaranteed it. I said shut up.
In the third
Hey,
quarter.
listen, if you're naive enough to think that me saying that had any valid outcome, you're an idiot.
You pissed the gambling gods off.
I completely disagree with you.
Tell your stupid web story. Oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. We have it all on video.
Oh,
Go
man.
on.
All right. I'm getting there. I'm still laughing. So, it kind of ties into our legalization of marijuana story. Other states around us do not have legalized marijuana. So if you are, being drug tested for whatever reason, be careful, because a woman in Pineville, Kentucky has gotten herself in some trouble with her probation officer for trying to use her dog's urine and pass it as her own. A woman named Julie Miller of RJ, Kentucky, was arrested on Monday for tampering with physical evidence, where she was having to be drug tested for whatever parole violation. And oh boy, do I need to send you guys a picture of this woman. She looks like someone who would use dog urine to pass a test. So if you are, partaking in the legalization of marijuana, just make sure that you don't use your dog's urine for a urine sample test. So because you will be arrested and you will be prosecuted.
You know what else you don't do? You know what else you don't do? You don't guarantee an over in the third quarter. I can't believe that. I can't believe. I'm laughing because it's so stupid. How did they just go a whole? They scored 40 points.
They went like 17 minutes without scoring.
Both teams were absolute dog shit in the fourth quarter. Absolute dog shit.
Unbelievable. They should be ashamed of themselves. So should Boomy.
No, I don't feel bad at all.
Are you serious? Oh.
Yeah.
Now you're going to get hell.
Because if you think that it's my fault,
show some remorse.
If you think it's my fault that they didn't score, you're an idiot.
Boomy. You said guaranteed. They didn't score. They scored 40 points before your dumb face said guaranteed. And they scored 0 points after you said it.
Here's the thing. All 100 guys on the field never heard me say it, so it doesn't matter.
It has nothing to do with them. It has literally nothing. It's the gambling gods. And you pissed them off because your stupid face.
Hey, I'll give you a winner.
I don't need your stupid winner.
All right. When I hit this, I'll text you.
Oh, you're gonna what? You're gonna make 5 bets and tell me you're one winner?
Nope. I'll tell you right now. Florida International -1.5 at 11 a.m.
I'm gonna be gambling on that anyways.
It's an 11 a.m. game on a Thursday.
You know what I'm probably gonna do? I'm probably gonna bet the over. I'm not gonna ever talk to you after I take an over.
Is that all I got to do to get you to not talk to me?
Unbelievable. What did you say you owe me?
I said I'll buy your next pre-roll.
Yeah. We will. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll send you a Venmo.
There's a place you can go get that now.
I do apologize. I'm just busting your chops. I do feel bad.
That's all I needed. I was going to freak out.
I do feel bad.
It's the virtual hug. You know?
Yeah. I don't need...
Yeah.
That's insane.
That is...
That's insane.
The gambling gods...
But if they literally went 19 minutes of play without scoring.
40 points before.
19 minutes.
8 points.
Unbelievable.
8 points.
They should both have their accreditation revoked. They should no longer be allowed to be
so this is...
I thought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, they've been in trouble. Thank you to our sponsors, The Muddy Otter. Oh, no, wait. You guys got a post-show? Anything post-show?
I think we covered most of the post-show with your over.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Boomy's an idiot.
Oh, are you guys... Hey, any New Year's resolutions for you guys?
I'm not guaranteeing any bet.
I'm just gonna try to not make so many dumb decisions when it comes to teams that I financially invest in. That's my only resolution right now.
Mine's sell more merch.
More merch. I get behind that one.
Buy a t-shirt.
Buy a TCF shirt. They're good shirts.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, Matt's family's got 2 of them.
Yeah, we got 2 of them. I'm just waiting for the 2 T's to come in for the little guy to rock one, and then we'll be good.
Well, once we move all this merch, we'll be able to.
I got some nephews that would love to have some too.
In the toddler
so we'll definitely have to do that because I think I got some nephews that will like to rock a TCF shirt.
Yeah, I mean, and frankly, you know, what kid wouldn't look more badass going to like 3rd grade with a TCF shirt on a Monday morning? You know,
like, is that old stuff? No, that's TCF.
No, it's TCF. You know, just relax.
You ever heard of Joe's store? He made it.
Yeah. Just relax. It's just a different.
Just take it easy.
Shield,
take it easy.
Exactly.
Just simmer down.
Thank you. Oh, thank you to The Muddy Otter. Go to themuddy.otter.com. Look at all their products they got on there. Pottery, woodworking. Like I said, they got some stuff left over from the holidays, but they're back at it. They got some. They're gonna be doing some stuff here in the future, the next few weeks. Maybe if you hit them up, if you got some special requests or something that you want made, that they can maybe get that out on the site for you. Again, the Muddy Otter. They made this beautiful mug for us, TCF logo. That will be the T-shirt that you buy. That little logo right there. The Muddy Otter on the bottom there. Also, Score Trader, the little Pigoy ad, $50 winner.
Hey Zach, you need $0.
Hey, there you go. Good job.
I got you, man.
A whole 42 minutes later, you got it.
I got it now.
Go to Score Trader on the on the App Store. Download it, free to play. It's kind of like stocks for picking players. So if you're into that kind of stuff, or just kind of even DFS, if you're into that kind of stuff, it's a different kind of way of doing that. So go to Score Trader, App Store, check it out. Here's the Pigoy ad right here.
Score Trader Week 17 update. TCF Chicago gets third place overall in the Week 17 contest. We had Joe Mixon as our top running back. Bought a bunch of shares in him. He ended up being the top running back for the entire week on the Score Trader leaderboard. We also had Brashad Perryman from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as the third best wide receiver for the week in the contest. Score Trader top leaderboard gets us third place for $50 cash prize to us. Guys, listen, Score Trader, go check it out. It is a free-to-play fantasy sports app where you buy stock in players during the week and then decide if you want to sell them off or let it ride during the contest on Sunday or Saturday. Now for the playoffs, Score Trader running some NFL playoff contests, so go ahead and check that out as well. Again, free to play, cash prizes at your disposal. Go ahead and draft your players, buy stock in your players, and see how you do. That is at Score Trader app and at typical_Chicago on Twitter. Be sure to tweet us photos of your portfolio, and as well look for us on the top trader leaderboard.
Thank you, P-Goy. Like I said, we won $50 at TCF. Boys won $50 this week. We got third place. Boomy, how many dollars did we spend to get into that?
Booyah.
$0. So go to Score Trader on the App Store. Thank you to Matt at schools_01. Boomy at BoomyTCF on Twitter. At typical_Chicago is the main page on Twitter. As the LLJATCF is where you can find me on there. Instagram, Facebook, type of Typical Chicago Fans. You will find us on there. That's where we post our videos and podcasts. On there, we put them on Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts. Go check us out on there. Subscribe, rate, review, follow. YouTube, subscribe. We want to have 50 before when? Super Bowl. We need 50 by the Super Bowl. That's a good one. If we get 50, we should make it 100 and we can give away T-shirts. 100 would be a lot. Holy shit.
You gotta walk before you run.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Right when I threw it out, I'm like, whoa, Zelo. Just throwing out crazy numbers. Well, let's get to 1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
We get to 5 million.
10,000.
5 million. Everything's free.
We'll give out a T-shirt. We'll give out a T-shirt.
Shit, I'll give someone my car if we can get to 1 million.
But like I said, go on there. We got the podcast, the Typical Chicago Fan podcast, and the TCF Morning Show go on YouTube every time we do them. They also go on podcast form if you want to listen to us. This has been the TCF Morning Show, Thursday, January 2nd. We are in 2020, boys. Anything else to end the show here?
My bad, Zach.
Yeah, that's it. You're bad. Peace. Hope everyone has a good day tomorrow, except Boomy.
See you. Peace.